Hello and happy Monday! Our graphic novel for this week is going to be Space Boy by Stephen McCraney, which was recommended to me by another staff member at the library who loved it. This first volume is about Amy, who lives on a mining colony in the future, and this mining colony is in deep, deep space. Now, the thing about Amy is, to her, people have a certain flavor to them, and it's not like she's a cannibal and eats them and they have a certain taste to them. It's more like a flavor that matches their personality. So for instance, her mother has sort of a mint flavor to her, and her dad has a sort of hot chocolate flavor, and both of those kind of like work with their personalities. It's kind of like synesthesia, which, if you don't know what it is where one sense or experience is experienced by another sense. So being able to taste or hear color. That's not exactly what she has. They mention that word at one point, but it's never confirmed. But she's able to determine the flavor of people, or to her, people have a flavor. Anyway, she lives in space, in deep space at the beginning, because her father works for a mining company. And unfortunately, early on, he loses his job and the family has to relocate back to Earth, which space in this world, to travel, you have to be cryogenically frozen to travel like light years away. So Earth from her home, the only home that she's known on the mining colony, is 30 years away. So she has to say goodbye to everyone she knows, be frozen, and start life anew, basically 30 years in the future back on Earth. So by the time she's awoken and is sort of readjusting to her new life, trends have jumped 30 years in the future. Everyone she knew is like 30 years older, and it's kind of a tough adjustment. I couldn't even imagine like being frozen now and waking up 30 years in the future, and how different everything would be, and like having to go to school during that time too. So a lot of this book's kind of about her coming to terms with that and going to school and making new friends. At school, she meets an enigmatic person who has no flavor, which is interesting. She's never met someone who she's unable to read like that. And that enigmatic figure had sort of like a preface, not chapter, but section at the beginning. So I'm thinking in the later volumes we'll follow that person's story some more. So I'm curious to see where this develops. So if you like sci-fi at all, definitely check this out. It has interesting futuristic elements with like the cryogenic freezing, space travel. Everyone wears glasses in the future, kind of, that have an augmented reality to them. So in the classroom, when they're learning about coral reefs, you like turn on that program on your glasses and you see the fish and the coral in front of you. So that's kind of cool, but it also maybe has some downsides. I don't know. Something to think about. Sci-fi's fun like that. Anyway, if you're interested in any of that, I suggest you check out Space Boy. The illustrations are pretty cool. It's a quick read, pretty fast-paced, and yeah. Anywho, that's it for this week. See you next time, and stay tuned for Teen Book Tuesday tomorrow. Bye-bye!